Welcome back to Multiplayer Saturdays, as we ended Smash Brothers last week, as we're now starting our new LP for multiplayers, Kirby Return to Dreamland for the Nintendo Wii.
Particularly the Wii and only the Wii.
Well, it's only the Wii, you can only get it.
Oh yeah.
So this is going to be our first Kirby game for the channel. Fold the Wii real sideways, okay. No, I have a little bit of experience with this game, but I've never completed it, to be quite honest with you, as the opening is going on. We get our main characters. It's just going to be Cole and I. You can play up to 4 people if you have 4 people, but it's just going to be Cole and me, so it's just going to be a 2-player experience. And we are going to do the extra mode here that we have already set up for a little bit. We'll do all the other stuff
go
later.
Back, hit 1,
what?
Go down that file.
I don't think you've ever completed it.
I'm pretty sure because it has a star on the right, and I thought that meant you've beaten the story.
Maybe somewhere in the first file you might get the extra. Alright, well, we are doing the extra, which is what, a little harder? More enemies?
No.
Just more damage taken and
yeah,
stuff
your
like that?
HP is half of what it was compared to the main story. Bosses do a little bit of damage. We're not going to show the intro cutscene.
Yeah, well, yeah, let's quit it, because, unfortunately it did get started, but I don't want to hit, delete file, which means because I want to do the extra, because there is extra bonuses for doing the extra. So we are going to go...
Not that much, though. Like one thing.
Just one thing, but just for the sake of showing it off. I want to show it off. So we're going ahead and just hit the intro here. And we watch how this story begins. And, it's just another day in Dreamland. Or in Popstar, I believe, is where it takes place. But I believe it's in Dreamland. We got Kirby, King DDD, the Bandana D, which is a Waddle Dee and a bandana with a spear, and of course Meta Knight.
They had to put something as the 4th player.
Yeah.
It'd just be weird just to make it.
A lot of people think it's the Waddle Dee from this Crystal Shards. Some people think it is.
What, there's a special Waddle Dee that helped you?
Yeah, there was, you had DDD, Waddle Dee, and Adelie that kind of helps you in that game.
I don't remember the Waddle Dee part. I remember King D in the other one.
A Waddle Dee will show up. And some say it's the same one, but I'm not too sure. But, I can accept that. Helps them stick out a little bit more, I suppose. But, this is our first Kirby LP for this channel, but I've been familiar with Kirby. Well, the first Kirby game I ever played was the 64 game, which was the Crystal Shards. It's my first Kirby game I played. I think the next one I've played is Kirby Timble Tumble for the Game Boy Color, which had a gimmick where you can tilt your Game Boy and whatnot, and it actually tumbles. You don't have to hit any buttons or anything like that. I don't think you couldn't, to be quite honest with you. But I unfortunately don't have it anymore. So, and I also played the Kirby's Adventure for the NES, which I've played and beaten that one as well. And like I said, a little bit of this game. So that's about it for Kirby games in general for me. I'm interested to go play some... Well, no, I did play a little bit of Air Ride. Back in the day, some restaurants like McDonald's will have a GameCube display and whatnot to let you play games. And Kirby's Air Ride for the GameCube was one of those games I remember playing out back a long time ago. But and then that's really about it for Kirby. I can't remember any more times if I've ever sampled or played any games. And so we talked through the intro. Basically, it's as simple as that. A new face has crash landed in Kirby and friends. Decides to help him out. So we're going to tackle. Yeah, you know what? Let's show off the Lore Star Cutter. Excuse me. Yeah, it's just a little hub world to see. Let's talk to him real quick. He just kind of tells you.
Magalore is his name.
Magalore is his name? Yeah. So he just basically tell you something I think you pretty much already know. We have 24 vanity spheres. Yeah, this file did look like it got played with a little bit, but I think we are trying to attempt for 100%. So we'll clean it. We'll get it along the way.
Yeah, I didn't play this much. I didn't play extra much.
No.
Because it's basically the same thing, it's just a little harder.
Yeah, well, most Kirby games did. We'll just keep on skipping through. But, you know, we'll try to clean up what's left on this file. It's not like, you know, it's not like we can't do all this stuff now. Like I said, there is a theater mode, which we can go back and show when the cutscenes will show what we did miss. And we'll, you know, point out where we can get some of the gears, which I don't think it's too optional to get. Doesn't seem like it. It's just you just need to complete the story just by completing the levels. So on our way here, we get some. But the gears do go towards something. It allows you to unlock some things like right here. Let's go in here real quick. It just allows you to get some extra abilities to go into a certain level. You got what? Cutter, leaf, spike, fire, and sword. And we can, you know, polish off like needle. And then there's leaf, there's cutter. Shows up all the stuff we can show up. And this is not all of them, of course. If you saw outside, if we get more gears, we can get access to more some abilities. You know, just in case, you know, if we skip over some of them, some of the gears that we couldn't get, we'll come back here and get the right item that we need. We can show off. I mean, in the playthrough, I'll show off as many abilities that we come across as. So, sword. Tornado, and then, yeah, we got some test dummies. We'll try it out. It seems to be at it. And we'll come back here to see. But let's see what else can be seen here. There's some mini games here, which is, I can't remember what that was.
Scope shoot.
Scope shoot or shot or something like that. You got the Ninja Dojo, which these are just mini games to help pass the time. You can do single or multiplayer. And here are some challenges that we can do with certain abilities. This one here is sword, I believe, yes. You instantly get the sword, and then you just complete the challenge with the sword. I believe I don't know if we can get them. There is, just to let you know, there is like three levels of completion: bronze, silver, and platinum, something like that.
Platinum. Bronze, silver, gold, and platinum.
Okay.
Platinum,
so like
obvious being the highest.
So there's 4, but you want a platinum. I can't remember if it's part of 100%. We may never know.
I don't think so.
We'll show them off at some point. But I don't know if we're going to platinum them all. Maybe not. I don't know. We haven't decided. So, without further ado, we're going to go to our first level, which is Cookie Country. And Cole can sit on top of my head as long as he wants. And we're going to do stage 1 of level 1. So, this is just your standard beginning level. You know, Kirby is just a simple game. He inhales and takes ability.
That's simple but demented.
Yeah.
Swallowing and eating people whole.
Yeah, Kirby is a gluttonous protagonist. And Meta Knight is basically your sword character Kirby, and that's all you can really do.
He's a mixture of sword and winged Kirby.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because they both have this. His ability is the same as them.
Cole just rather would do nothing, so I guess I'm taking on. King Dedede has what, a mixture of pretty much hammer and
Basically hammer.
basically hammer. And then you got Wallaby, who does in with the new spear type that I think was introduced in this game. Maybe I
think
like I said, I don't remember Spear Kirby in most other. So we got a key here and unlocks doors. Go. I think that probably would have been our first gear if we didn't have some of this already completed. Grab that extra life. We're going to need it. Because I think in this game we share lives, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I forgot. If you press A, that blocks.
Well, so you won't get hurt.
It might reduce the damage. Or it might actually, you might not actually take damage.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. Whatever that is.
But, you know, it might be useful.
It's, you know, it builds up over time to get you some more lives. The counter with the star underneath the life counter on the top left. Now we get something new to this game. Some special powers, the Ultra Sword, which is a limited time to use. And I do like the animations that they have for this weapon here for Kirby to do. So it's just, you know, it lasts a limited time, but does great damage. But, you know, there's some things you probably want to get done or accomplish. You need to get it done as quickly as possible. But I do like the damage output.
The funny thing is, one of those weapons can also be Meta Knight's sword, like a giant version of Meta Knight's sword. But like, of course, it's random what it would be.
Yeah. And we need to go here. This here will take us to a little boss here. But we need to get through it. If we get crushed by the purple thing behind us.
It's actually blue in the original, if you're playing the main one. It's like a purple thing when it's in extra mode.
What? Signify more damage?
It just... A lot of things get... Mainly bosses get their color changed. I guess more of a cooler look. Use me.
Okay. And we got to the door, but now we got a boss. But I'm trying to see what. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with fire because I think fire will probably do very well for this boss. And I think it's always the same boss kind of type. It's this little bird. I'm not sure if it does anything different.
When you get to like a different level, like the second level, like not like stage 2 of Cookie Country, like an entire new level. I think this one changes in its pattern and its moves and its look changes. I think it's still called the same thing. It stays the same. It just basically stays the same.
Got it.
Mostly of one world.
And Colt was back. And with that, we got our. That should give you your 2 extra gears. Usually that's what those bosses are. It's just, you know, remaining areas without, you know, putting it into a level to kind of just put some spears. And of course, the Kirby tradition, we got an end goal. And Cole wins this outing right here at Lineal number 2. Now there is a bonus if we land in the same spot.
Yeah, you get double
The stars, whatever we.
Well, I don't know what the currency of this is or what it's called.
So that is the end of stage 1, and we are off to stage 2. ladder here. Oh, come on. So that's your standard Kirby stuff. Now the boss that we went through, it doesn't happen in every level. It just happens every once in a while. Like at least what, once, twice each level?
I have no idea. I don't remember. I just know it appears a lot.
We'll get through.
Every time one of those special things, like you know the special like the Ultra Sword.
Yeah.
Every time those appear, you fight one.
Well, yeah, I think if I remember correctly, there's 2 here. Yeah.
You want Cutter? Well, actually, you don't need it because Mad Knight can do the things that the Cutter needs. But
yeah.
too late for that.
Oh,
You're a Joker. You stuck with it unless you want to leave.
Oh, come on. It shouldn't take this hard to start taking out some enemies. Usually, it's just one hit is what it takes, but it looks like.
Most of them take like 3 or 4.
I know. Sounds like Kirby
it's
way. I'm not used to.
It's different in this Kirby game.
Yeah. If it wants to get health, well, it needs some. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just not used to that style. Usually, it's just once you hit it, that's it.
No, there's actually a health bar. It's not just one hit and then you have to actually do like damage. Which actually makes it it actually makes sure that you do combos jump. Not towards me.
Should have said something way before that.
There's like a, I don't know what that enemy's called, but it does nothing.
Yeah, let's do some.
I think that thing also gives you needle ability.
Looks like it. Not every enemy will get you ability, but some do.
Another thing is, if you hit one where near a wall, you'll stick to the wall. Try it. Like jump to the wall and use it. And hold it. You stick to the wall.
It's a little interesting, yeah.
Same thing with another ability we'll get later called the Ninja. You can also hold against the wall if you hold the direction of the wall.
It's this thing here.
Where we need to go. Well, there was a gear hidden there where a gear would be.
Well, we already grabbed it, so.
Well, you still want to show off that it was there.
Yeah, let's go with Beam.
Which is the first time we see this.
This is the plot pressure. Yeah.
Guard. Okay, I guess guard doesn't. This makes you invincible. Is that what it does? If you swallow that, you'll jump. Oh.
Yeah,
You'll get the sword ability, which you need to do that. But since Mad Knight has a sword, you can do that to get the final gear. Oh, there's some food, which you can also share with me.
yeah. If you're happening here. And it's the end of the second level.
Yeah, if a player gets food and then gets close to another player, in a certain time, maybe like 1 or 2 seconds after you get the food, you'll share the food and you'll also gain health. Did you know that?
Yeah.